Last week, the International Court of Justice at The Hague heard lawyers representing South Africa accuse Israel of genocide for its actions in the war in Gaza. Israel showed up to defend itself and strongly denied the allegations, claiming it has the right to defend itself, not only in the aftermath of October 7th, but also in an effort to help rescue well over 100 hostages who may still be alive in Gaza. The Genocide Convention, which South Africa used to make its case, defines genocide as, quote, acts committed with intent to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethnical, racial, or religious group. Nations joining South Africa in the allegation of genocide against Israel include, but are not limited to, a who's who of human rights violators from around the world, including Turkey, Jordan, Pakistan, and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, a Saudi-based organization made up of 57 states, of which Qatar is a member. We should point out that some of the leaders of Hamas are currently living in luxury, allegedly in Turkey, Jordan, as well as Qatar, all of whom are accusing Israel of genocide. But my next guest, Noa Tishby, a former special envoy for combating anti-Semitism and the delegitimization of Israel, writes in an op-ed in USA Today, quote, Israel is definitely not engaged in genocide because it has no intent to destroy the Palestinian population. Rather, Israel is engaged in resolute self-defense with the clear goals of rescuing the hostages and liberating the Gazan people from Hamas rule. Joining us now is Noa Tishby. The op-ed is entitled, Is Israel Guilty of Genocide in Gaza? Why the accusation at the UN is unfounded. Noa, thank you very much for coming on the program. Appreciate it. So what is your key argument here for why this charge makes no sense?
My key argument, first of all, it's preposterous that we even have to defend ourselves against this allegation. Israel was attacked on October 7th by a genocidal jihadi terrorist organization that massacred with glee over 1,200 Israelis and stolen over 240 of them. And yet Israel, when retaliated against this brutal medieval attack, is now accused of genocide. Now, we have to remember that genocide was a term that was invented and created in order to describe the Holocaust, the systematic massacre of the Jewish people in 1944 by a Polish Jewish lawyer named Raphael Lemkin. And now we have to turn around and explain again our right to exist and our right to defend ourselves. It's preposterous. It's ridiculous that Israel has to stand trial for trying to do the basic thing, which is defending its self-sovereignty. Now, there is zero intent to destroy or eliminate the Palestinian people. Zero intent in that. What there is a very clear intent in eliminating the terrorist organization that is currently controlling Gaza. That is the only thing that Israel is intending to do, going to do, and needs to do, which actually is a strong contradiction to what Hamas is doing and is intending to do, which is essentially genocide.
So let me ask
They're
you,
not hiding.
You say it's absurd, and I'm quoting, and hubristic for South Africa to bring this charge. Why?
Because South Africa itself doesn't have a very good track record of human rights in terms of they hosted Bashar Omar al-Bashir, which was indicted for genocide in Darfur. They hosted that guy. They allegedly have congratulated Hamas on October 7th for a job well done. They're not the ones, the bastions of liberalism and the bastions of human rights in the world. We need to remember that with all these countries that you've stated that are supporting this ridiculous trial, the ones that are not, the ones that have called it meritless, baseless, and unhelpful are the United States, the United Kingdom, England, and Germany, which is even doing more. Germany is taking a side and is going to be a part, an active part of this trial, defending Israel. And Germany knows a thing or two about genocide.
I want to play something for you that the South African foreign minister said about this week, and then I'll ask for your response.
We agree that the provocation on the 7th of October by Hamas, Israel had to respond to it, but we're saying the response is disproportionate in the manner in which Israel has conducted itself.
That's his argument, that the manner in which Israel's responding is disproportionate. Your response?
First of all, to call it a provocation it boils the blood. That's not a provocation. That's a medieval level event that is, I mean, look, I'm sure you have seen the videos. I hope some of you viewers have seen the videos. Don't know if you got a chance to watch the entire 47 minutes of the videos. This was not a provocation. This was an insane attempt to genocide the Jews. That's number one. And number two, I don't know what it is that he's talking about in terms of proportionate response. I always give this example of one missile fired from Mexico into San Diego. What would be a proportionate response to that? Countries cannot defend their self-sovereignty when trying to calculate proportionality. By the same token, more Germans died in World War II than Brits. Was it a disproportionate response on behalf of America? We live in a world today in which people are questioning what right and what is wrong. And there is right and there is wrong. You don't need to defend Israel's all of Israel's policies and politicians. You do not need to say that Israel is perfect in every aspect. But to say that Israel is committing a genocide is absolutely insane, and not to condemn Hamas in no uncertain terms is insane.
Noa Tishby, thank you very much for coming on the program. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.